Noah stood at the threshold of the massive wooden ark, its planks freshly sealed with pitch, the smell of cedar and tar heavy in the morning air. Above him, the sky held a brooding stillness, as though the heavens themselves were holding their breath. He pressed his hand against the rough-hewn doorframe and felt the earth's faint tremors beneath his feet, subtle warnings of the cataclysm to come. Behind him, his wife fastened the last wooden latch, her fingers shaking not from fear of water, but from the weight of leaving every familiar sight, family, neighbors, the entire world behind. Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, shepherded the final animals, pairs of unclean beasts and sevens of every clean creature, each animal's wary eyes glinting in the dim light. Doves cooed softly, horses whinnied, and lions padded forward, silent and majestic in their unexpected trust. At the entrance, a hush fell over the assembly. Inside the ark's belly, 3 levels of stalls formed a labyrinth of narrow corridors. In one row, the elephants wisely followed the lumbering gait of their fellows. In the next, the small, delicate creatures, lizards, mice, insects, crept into specially crafted partitions. Above, the birds fluttered into a loft of wooden perches, their wings ruffling the dust as they settled. Noah guided his family through the chaos with calm authority, ensuring every male and female found its place. 40 days, Noah whispered to himself, recalling God's solemn warning. 40 nights of rain. The words echoed in his mind, heavy as the unspoken promise that all other life would perish. His heart pounded with awe. He had been chosen for righteousness in a world gone dark, chosen to preserve the seeds of life itself. He glanced at his sons' wives, sturdy women who had borne the burden of this divine construction, and felt a surge of gratitude. Just as the last animal slipped through the doorway, the sky finally cracked open. At first, a single, cold drop plinked onto the wooden deck. Then another. Soon, the patter grew into a fierce strumming as the windows of heaven burst forth. Rain lashed the earth with relentless fury. Noah sealed the great door from within, the iron bolt sliding into place with a final, resonant click that seemed to close the world itself away. Inside, the family felt the ark shudder as sheets of water pounded its sides. Every crack and joint moaned under the onslaught, yet the lumber held firm. The living vessel rose on the surging waters, buoyed by its divine engineering. For 7 days, the rain intensified, the sky an unbroken sheet of gray, till the entire planet lay submerged beneath a swirling, churning sea. I stood at one of the small lattice windows, peering out at the deluge. Beyond the ark's prow, a vast expanse of roiling water stretched in every direction. Mountains, once proud peaks, had surrendered to the flood and vanished from view. The only visible nod to the lands that lay beneath was the crest of a solitary hill, its summit barely piercing the waves before the waters closed over it, too. He watched as even the tallest trees disappeared, their branches ripping free, drifting away like keepsakes of a lost world. The darkness inside the ark was profound, broken only by lanterns swung by Shem's hand, illuminating stacked feed bags and dripping timbers. For days, no bird dared to test the storm. The air was thick with the scent of wet wood and the warm breath of so many creatures cramped together. Noah recorded each passing hour, marking tally after tally on a carved pillar. Rainfall had outlasted the promise of 7 days. It showed no sign of relenting. On the 40th night, the tempest finally eased. Though the rain continued, it no longer battered with the same fury. Silence reclaimed the world outside. Noah moved from window to window, each one revealing a landscape now still and mirror-like, reflecting the glowing lanterns within. He exhaled after all those nights of tension, feeling the tension drained from his shoulders. But still, the water did not recede. For an additional 150 days, the ark floated atop the boundless waters, a solitary cradle in a drowned world. From within, moans and calls shifted as the animals sensed the unending confinement. Young ones were born in stalls, their first breaths taken in a floating haven. Noah tended to them, sharing his own bread with the new lambs and foals, marveling at life's stubborn persistence. When at last the ark came to rest on the top of Mount Ararat, the family waited a full season. Noah released a raven first. It called and soared away, vanishing into the paneled sky. Days later, he released a dove, but it returned with wings heavy and feet unclean, finding no refuge. A week passed, and he tried again. This time the dove returned with a fresh olive leaf, its tiny beak holding new hope. Another week, and the dove did not return. Hope had taken flight. Noah opened the ark's door to a world transformed. Mist rose in pale tendrils above the waters, revealing islands of green. Gentle streams trickled down mountainsides. The aroma of damp earth and budding flora greeted them. He stepped onto dry ground, sandals sinking into soft mud. Every creature followed, bleating, chirping, sniffing the air. Noah knelt, arms raised in praise, his voice breaking with tears as he thanked the Lord for this second chance. And in that moment, the promise glowed as radiant as a rainbow. Life endured, carried on the faith of one man's obedience, one family's steadfastness, and the enduring mercy that lies at the heart of a covenant between heaven and earth. The flood had cleansed the world, but in its wake, fresh chapter of creation, began a new dawn blossoming from the waters that had once threatened to end it all. Thank you. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. God bless.